So, today I have this. It's an original Xbox. And the problem with this Xbox is that it's starting, but it's getting an error 12. And I've read up on the internet, error 12 means basically that there's something wrong with the disk drive, maybe it can't detect it, or there are some internal issues in the disk drive that's making it undetectable. So what we're gonna do is open it up and check the disk drive. And I suspect there are several other problems with this Xbox, depending on if it has been worked on or not before. It may have very old capacitors, and usually on these Xboxes the capacitors go bad, leak all over the board, and nobody's having a good time. So we're gonna open it up, check the general status of the board, and then we're gonna try to see what's wrong with the disk drive. So let's take it to the mat. So here we have the Xbox original, and we have two pads here and two pads here that we need to remove, as well as these two screws. So I'm gonna try to remove these pads now, or at least I think that's what you need to remove, because I would be very confused if only two screws held the Xbox down, and these seem to be a bit too close to this one. So we'll explore a bit and see if we can find the screws. And indeed, we have a screw down here. Just gonna put these rubber feet to the side. And I mean, obviously someone's been in here before, and the rubber feet aren't super adhesive. They're quite easy to get off. And I'm wondering if these are new or they're just really great condition, because they actually look super great. I mean, not too bad, right? Alright, so with that out of the way, I'm gonna remove these 6 screws. Hopefully they're all the same size, and they're really in there as well. Someone has been a bit heavy-handed with this one. Okay, they're quite long. I'm gonna put this to the side. Hopefully they're all the same length, meaning I won't have to care about having them organized. So those were really in there. Hopefully that's not a bad sign. And I think the top should just slide off. Or not? Okay, maybe. They're just a bit stuck down there. I'm wondering, is this front panel in the way? No, okay. It's coming out. And it doesn't look too bad on the inside. It looks really clean, actually. A little bit of dust here, but I mean, that's nothing. Alright, let's see, what's our next step? We have a cable to the drive that goes to the motherboard, maybe. We have a Western digital drive. And what capacity is that? You know what? I'm gonna try to get these things out now. The problem is, I have no idea how. There's no screws here. And is that the screws that go from the bottom? Can I get this one out? That one feels a bit stuck. We have a power cable here, or some kind of cable. Just pull that out, put it to the side. So this hole goes to, yeah, that screw hole. Okay. Feels like this whole assembly can just be pulled out. And I don't really see any screws holding it down, but I don't want to tug on it. But wait, okay, okay. So I found a screw down here, and I found a screw here, and here. So I'm gonna get those out. And those seem to be torque screws, but a bit smaller, maybe this size. That might be too small actually. Yeah, that's too small. And where's a slightly bigger one? Must be this. I mean, is this stripped? I really hope it's not stripped. No, it's not. I just don't know how to aim. What else is new? Oh no, I dropped it. Come on. Got it. Gonna put it here. Maybe put this to the side for now, or you know what? Which one did I use before? Might have been this one. Just gonna put this to the side. So we have a screw down here. Those are exactly the same size, and obviously okay, here it was. I was just gonna say, oh, I forgot where the other screw was. That was barely in there. Okay, so will this come out now? Okay, the drive bay is loose now. I just want to take a quick look to see how I can get this out. Okay, so you have some kind of cord going here. It's really neatly put in place. So I think I need to get those out. Can I just lift this up? I can, but okay. I should try to get this one out now. There we go, that one's out. And this seemed to have some clips on it, so I'm just gonna... Whoopsie. Wait, are those clips? I don't know. Okay, word of caution. This is the power supply. If you're gonna try to attempt to do what I'm doing, which I really don't recommend, you should keep your hands well away from here. Just so you know. Because this will, and last I checked, I mean, I can't say that on YouTube, obviously. Not enjoying life, let's say it like that, is not something I would recommend. So now the drive has these screws on the side, and I think there are 4 of them. And I will just get them out, and obviously with the wrong bit, obviously with the correct bit, and so we can free the drive from this housing, and we're gonna have a bit more to work with. So I'm gonna put those here just so I have them organized. Somebody has been really heavy-handed with this one. The screws are really in there. And when you're screwing things back together, I mean, it should be firm, but you shouldn't like do it too tight, because you can strip the plastic, you can strip the screws, you can damage the parts. So yeah, don't damage it, I guess. Okay, so the wire, I think it comes out through this little hole. So I'm just trying to get all the wires out. There we go. 2 more screws for the housing. There we have the hard drive. Just gonna put the housing to the side. And I think you just clip this in, or do you? I really don't want to mess this up. How do you get it out? It's like clipped into place. And does this go to the power supply? Damn, that's interesting. So I can't really get it out from that angle. And should I just put the hard drive to the side, or should I be stupid and try to get this off? You know what? I'm not gonna bother with that. I'm gonna put the hard drive to the side, and actually, can we check how big it is? I have no idea. I guess it's maybe 40 or something. Wait, let me check for a bit. Okay, I've checked a guide a little bit, and apparently this is just sitting really tight, so I have to use some force, but you know, I don't want to be too rough with it and then break the connections, so that's why I was cautious. Anyway, the drive is out. So anyway, I'm gonna put this cord to the side, and I would feel a bit better if can we disconnect this connector, because that's to the power supply, and I would feel much more safer. We can get this out the front here. Maybe it's for the controllers, and I'm not sure if it's gonna come out. Maybe it's soldered to the board, but I'm seeing that this isn't. You know what? Maybe the DVD drive is in the way. And that's actually what we want to look at. So can I just pull it out? I can. And I can take this out now. I think someone has been in here before trying to revive this one, and couldn't do it because of this stupid drive. And the drive up here, or I can show it here instead. You can see up here there are several scratches, like someone has put maybe a screwdriver in trying to get the disc open. The thing with this is, at least with the Xbox 360, is that you press the eject button and you start like slapping it, and then the disc tray somehow gets open. I'm wondering if there's a game in here. That would be really cool. A bit of a surprise. Now I've gotten the DVD. I can't speak today. The DVD drive out. Good job, Matchin. And I mean, there's really no reason for me to disconnect the power supply. It's not plugged in. I don't imagine I'm gonna touch around this. I'm just gonna take a look at the board, and you know what? I don't think it has. It looks really clean. I will take a look at the solder paste. Solder paste? Thermal paste, that's the word. Just because. So I mean, I'm gonna disassemble it anyway. But I'm not gonna do that now because my main focus is the disk drive, and I want to check to see if the disk drive is okay. So that will be my first priority. And if we can get the disk drive working and verify that it's working, then we can disassemble it completely and yeah, and fix all the other things and take a look on how everything looks. So let's focus on the disk drive. So here's the disk drive. We got a couple of screws here. They seem to just be Phillips head screws. We have this plastic around here. I'm not sure how to get that out yet, but I'm guessing it might come off when we open this disk drive out. So let's open it up, see what treasures await us inside. This hasn't been opened up before, I think. It doesn't feel like it. It doesn't really have that heavy-handed feel that all the other screws had. So I don't think the person who opened this up was aware of what the issue actually was. And I'm wondering if they did recap it. But at least according to this assembly guide I'm looking at, the capacitors look different. But I know different revisions use different capacitors, so maybe that's what the problem is. And we are in. Alright. And unfortunately, no game inside, but that's fine. And I think our problem will be this board. So we're gonna get it out gently and try to take a look at it. Will this just come out? I'm not sure. I'm not gonna play around with that. There are some clips here I think I need to unclip. Yeah, put that to the side. This one as well, and the board is out. Ooh, wait. We have a ribbon cable here. Can I just take it out? I'm gonna try with this cord first. Okay, I accidentally pulled out the ribbon cable from somewhere here, I think. We'll have to investigate that later when we're putting it back together. And this cord doesn't want to come out. So I'm wondering, should I keep tugging at this? Or should I try work around this? So, this connector here, when I tug at this, I don't know if you can see, but it's really moving along. It's true. So I'm thinking if I pull on it too much, this plastic might be a little bit brittle, and it might snap off. Okay, so I decided I'm not gonna play around with that. I think it'll lead to more harm than good. So I'm gonna let it be. And I'll try to inspect this board with it on the side. So I'm just gonna take this ribbon cable out. It's just gonna be in the way, and we'll have to live with that. So I've done some fault finding, tested a bit of components out, and I remember I saw one YouTuber looking through the exact same issues with the exact same DVD drive, and they found that some of the resistor arrays has blown. So I'm gonna do a recording now on a microscope, and let's take a look at the microscope. So if we look, where am I? I have marked, these are resistor arrays, so basically from here to here is 33 ohms, and the same from here to here, here to here, and here to here. So it's basically like 4 resistors, but in one component. So they just go from the top to the bottom, and they don't go from side to side or anything like that. So picture this as just 4 resistors in parallel. And maybe you can see that are some markings here on these resistors, and that's because I think those individual packages have blown. And I'm gonna show you a test now to show you what I mean. So I have the meter on continuity, and since this is a very low resistance component, we can actually check continuity from the top to the bottom, and you can see it has continuity through, and it's showing 36 ohms, which is in range of the tolerance that it should be. But if we look at this one, and the ink won't matter with this, so I tested it before and it still won't beep. So if I check from the bottom of this one up to here, it gives me a rating of 178 ohms, and when I check in ohms mode, we don't get a value at all. So I think this component is blown. And if I test just to show you, from the top part of the resistor to here, we do have continuity. So it's not that there's something wrong in this track and it doesn't go down to here. This specific resistor is blown. And also if we check the other ones just for fun, this one is okay, this one is okay, and this one is okay. But this one gives nothing at all. Not even the multimeter is picking up anything, so I think this is super blown. And if we check from the bottom to this pad, we can see there is actually continuity. So we found something, and I know I have these resistors packs somewhere in my resistors collection. I'm going to try to find 2 33 ohm resistor arrays. If I can't, I will take normal 33 resistors, and I will just jump over that trace, over that component, and make a new trace, just to see if it works. Obviously, what I would like the most is if we just used the same component as is in the DVD drive. But anyway, I found something, so that's great. Maybe we can fix this drive after all. So I'll look for the resistors and we'll take it from there. So I looked around a bit in my stash, and I actually found a bag of 33 ohm resistors. And if we check under the microscope, some of these resistors are actually these array type resistors. So what I'm gonna do now is just to double check if these are okay, and if they are, I will try to use my hot air station to desolder the bad resistors, and I will use hot air once again, of course, to get the good resistors in place. Alright, so I checked the resistors. 2 of them have the correct values and are fine. A third one might be okay as well, but it's really hard to test them because they're so tiny and my probes are like really thick when I'm trying to test them. So I'm gonna put my bets on the 2 that are 100% working. So yeah, what I will do now is, as you can see under here, I have a bit of heatsink from a phone or something. That's hopefully going to protect this area of the plastic. Then I have a bit of copper wrapping or something to protect the rest of the things here. And hopefully I won't melt any plastic. So what I'm going to do as well is use a very fine tip on my heat station so that I don't spread the heat too much. I'm just gonna double check to see. Yeah, okay, so it's this one and this one that I need to remove. So I think I just gotta flux it up a bit and start and hope for the best. And also, of course, use the fume extractor as well. But I'm gonna put a bit of flux on it, just to help the desoldering process. I guess that's too much, but I think that's fine. Can't have too much either way. So that's one of them off. So that actually went super well. They're off. There's no torn traces, and if I check the plastic, it all looks fine. So what I'm gonna do now is just apply the new resistor and we should be good to go. That looks a bit crooked. Let me just try to fix that up. Maybe need some more flux. And I think that's fine. Although my microscope just died. Not sure what that is. It's not hot at all. I seem to have my recordings as well, so maybe that was just bad luck that it decided to turn off. It's not the best microscope either, but I mean, it's my microscope and it's fine. Can't be too picky. But my microscope isn't quite handling it. So I'm going to do right now is just clean this up. And hopefully let's see if it works. And I think worst case is that I'll have to add a bit of solder with my iron instead, and that can be a bit annoying, but let's see. Do we get any resistance values? So this one to this point. We get nothing. Same with this one, nothing. Nothing here. And here we get 33. Okay, so these three aren't really connected. That's a bit annoying. This one is. This one is as well. This one is. And this one's connected. So the issue is this one, and maybe it's because it's a bit misaligned. We're just gonna put the heatsink on again for protection. And I'm gonna realign this one just a little bit. Hopefully it's gonna work. And I believe this is looking way better. So let's check with a multimeter. And it's this one. It should go from here to here. Still nothing. From here to here. This is showing 34 now. This is 33. This is still nothing. But from From here to here it's fine. From here to here it's fine. But not to here. Okay. I'm not really sure what to do. And what I'm hoping is that I can add just a teeny tiny bit and be fine. So let's see. It's this one. I shouldn't need more than that. Probably a mistake, but I'm gonna go with a bit more solder. Just run them through, and I'm hoping that that might be all that's needed. So wait, let me get that flux off as well. Forgot about that for a second. Alright, let's check the continuity. So from here to here, there's still nothing. From here to here, these are fine, but these are not fine. Okay, from here to here, obviously. It's these 2 points that still need some work. And my worry right now is that I put too much. That's what I'm a bit concerned of. But let's try it out and see what happens. And I think I put a nice healthy blob on it just now. Gotta test this. Gotta do some tests. Okay, still nothing. This one. Still nothing. This Alright. I'll try again, I guess. But I'm not happy about it. So okay, let's try to record again. Hopefully it will work. Healthy dose. And I just got an idea as well, if this doesn't work. So if it doesn't work this time... Oh, I made a huge blob on the other resistor. That's not good. That's exactly what I wanted to avoid. Well, gonna fix that soon. First, let me try if we did succeed with this one. And we actually did. But this one is still being annoying. Okay, so I have to fix this huge blob and then that one. Let's see, are these still okay? That sounded weird. Jesus. What is going on? That can't be healthy. Alright, let's fix those. Okay, so this is getting annoying. Now I also messed up this resistor. I mean, that's not the prettiest thing I've seen, but maybe the bridges are gone now. So let's see. Damn it. Damn it. Well, this one isn't bridged to that one at least, so we got a bit of it off. I'm just gonna double check these. I think we're almost there, although it feels like it's an eternity. I'm betting there are still shorts, and maybe it's because it's so... yeah. Maybe it's because it's so misaligned. So, 588th time is the charm. I'm just gonna push it slightly. Jesus Christ. I can't believe this. I can't believe all that just happened, but it did. But that's fine. Kinda. Let's just check all the paths now. This miraculously got through. Oh my god, finally. I can't believe it. It's finally done. Whew. That was really fucking annoying. Alright, so that was quite the ordeal. But I finally got the correct working resistors back on the board. I messed up like all the resistor arrays and bridged them. I moved them out of place and it was terrible, and I wanted to do angry stuff, but I didn't. So now I'm thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna do that today because it's late now, or if I'm gonna do that tomorrow, depends on my motivation. But I will put this back together enough to test, and if I get an error 12, I swear to God. So yeah, we'll see how it goes when I'm mentally ready for it. Thanks, and see you then, which is like in a couple of seconds, but you know what I mean. So it is late and I've assembled the Xbox enough to test, and obviously I wouldn't be able to go to sleep if I at least didn't test it out. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm hopeful. I even have a controller right here, just in case. And let's see how it goes. It starts up. Okay, this is a good sign we didn't break it at least. And now does it detect the disk drive? That's the $1 million question. I think it did. Okay, it does detect the disk drive, but I'm getting an error 9 instead. And I'm also seeing, maybe I should turn on the light and annoy my pirate a bit. So it does detect the disk drive, but I think the mechanics for is making really strange noises. So I mean, there's something with it opening up and closing. I have to check that out as well. Not the result I wanted, obviously, and I have to check further to see what's going on. Maybe error code 9 is something to do with the hard drive. But at least, in my opinion, I fixed error 12, I guess. So yeah, that's a win, although there are obviously several problems. But yeah, I think that will be it for this video. So thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you're interested in this kind of content, leave a like if you can, and I would love if you'd like to leave a comment. Peace, bye.